Welcome to Most Love Wrestling, the place where wrestling is most loved. I'm gonna need you to put a like on this video, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm, so if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. Gunther, the ring general, the world heavyweight champion, the master of the chop assassin, the defiler of chess. For the first time, to me it feels like he has no direction. And I mean it from a sense of, I can't tell who's next. I would have said CM Punk, but all of a sudden, CM Punk has become Seth Rollins' business. Now obviously we're going to get back to Gunther versus CM Punk. But what does the ring general do while he waits for these two to finish each other off? Big pause. But what is he doing in the meantime? God forbid he works with Priest and Finn anymore. The match at Saturday night's main event was fire, but that doesn't mean that there is anything more to see. You know what? Let me not be disingenuous. It was a triple threat match. Gunther pinned Finn, not Damien, right? But he has defeated Dame on two separate occasions. The first time at SummerSlam when he became champ, and the second came at our most recent PLE in Survivor Series. Again, I said let me not be disingenuous. He has never done in Priest fair and square. Every time he was in there with Priest and he felt that he had to pray to God, that God must have been named Finn Balor, because that's who answered said prayers. So processing all of that information, Damian Priest has a fair claim to face Gunther one more time, so I'll run that down again. Both losses come with a huge Irish asterisk, and he never took the fall in the triple threat. But we can't just go past the fact that Gunther wasted both of them to get it done. The way he finished that match was emphatic. It was too convincing for me. Bunny, I'm gonna call it how I saw it. He fucked their shit up royally. Then he stacked up Finn for 3 seconds. So whilst Damien does have a legit claim, he still got served 3 L's, and he most definitely got moved to at Saturday night's main event. And I'm just going to keep it a stack. I don't want to see it again. I really don't. Will it slap? No doubt. But right now I want to see something fresh for Gunther. Whilst just like Seth and Punk, he lets Finn and Damien rock it out and get their shit straight. But the problem really is, who is next? We got the transfer window open that we can have fun with. Do we send Gunther to SmackDown, or do we just send somebody to him? He's been in conversation with Nick Aldis. So across the whole roster, who is there for him? As far as I know, AJ Styles and Ilya Dragunov are hurt, and I have no clue as to when they'll be back. That just eliminated 2 top tier candidates. To be fair, the way Ilya was booked before injury wasn't bad, but it wasn't good enough to put him across from Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. But there is history there, and the world of wrestling relies on history. History justifies all. But that don't change the fact he's hurt with no ETA to get back in the ring. Gunther's also got a lot of history with Chad Gable, but we just saw him potentially move brands. He's not currently on form for a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, and most importantly, he's a heel. It can't be Roman, it can't be Drew. Speaking of which, it could be Jey Uso, but if we did that, I got good reason to believe it's only going to be used to further the story of Drew the Bloodline Hunter. So that also rules out Sami Zayn, another one that I just don't want to see again. So like, who else is there? Sheamus, but it can't be him. He just busted his rib. He was just the victim of a pinfall in an Intercontinental Championship triple threat. So if he can't get to the mid-card title, how are we selling him competing for the top prize? But I guess it is Sheamus though, innit? He's definitely earned the right to rest on his laurels, right? But can't the same thing be said for Finn? The same Finn Balor who I just closed the door on. So if you was Triple H and his team, you lot are chopping it up in a meeting, who are you trying to sell to the audience as Gunther's next challenger? It's got that bad that I hear murmurs of Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio to be in a serious rivalry with Gunther, you have to be stoned on white pebbles. I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect to Ray's son, honestly, but just no. So the ring general is in a very unique and tough position. It's almost as if he's been forced to play the third wheel in other people's beefs just so he can have a title challenger. And that sucks. That is crazy that I'm talking about the heavyweight champion of the world. And that brings me to my other plight right now. Why has Gunther got no rivalry to properly sink his teeth into? Something to make his own, put his stamp on. Cody has it, Liv has it, Nia has it. He's the only world champion with no real up. They only want to fight Gunther right now because he has the top prize of their profession. That's not ups. That's not a rivalry. Well, actually, I take that back. It still counts as a rivalry. But when I say it in this context, I mean a rivalry of pure and utter hate and vitriol. Pure malice is what I'm talking about. So the ring general, the world heavyweight champion, the the sternum devastator, the chess king. We might as well just call him checkmate, and I bet that went over a lot of your heads. Doesn't have a true challenger, doesn't have a man to call enemy. Think about it, you can remove the championship from Liv. Her and Rhea will still be boxing. You can remove the championship from Cody. Him and KO still boxing. I guess if he was to remove the title from Nia, her situation would look different. But at least you can say that her rivalry is tailor-made for her. She's not just squeezing in where she can fit. And I'm sure we can all agree on these statements. But if we was to say that Gunther has someone out there right now that wants to park his ass up, with or without gold, you know that we would be capped. At best, we could say Priest. But we already spoke on that, didn't we? I want better for the future GOAT of our sport. I want more for the future Hall of Famer, because I do believe he will be. Unless he goes Chris Benoit Rogue out here, he will be. But you know what, I just had a thought. Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe Gunther's rivalry right now is in himself, because that has been his latest storyline the last couple of months. He's had to deal with self-doubt. Welcome to the club, by the way. But after the SmackDown, he just laid that Saturday night's main event. Is he really still going to be doubting himself for real? I doubt that. And then I have to ask the question again. Who is he going to fight next? Who is going to have a true rivalry with Gunther? Because right now, nobody makes sense unless we go legend killing. I'm talking John Cena or Bill Goldberg. Goldberg's got to roll over and look up at the lights. Let's just keep that 100. We can't afford to do Gunther like we did the Fiend. R.I.P. Bray, we miss you. But John Cena, on the other hand, this is his retirement year, and he's a Mount Rushmore level superstar, and that presents some fair jeopardy for Gunther's title reign, and it won't feel like a burial at all. Look, I don't need to explain to you how Gunther is the quintessential John Cena villain. Gunther was practically laboratory built so that he can have beef with John Cena one day. But let me ask you this, does it make sense to do immediately? Should we be doing that right now? Because it would feel to me like giving Big Match John number 17 right now, immediately, is the equivalent to you eating breakfast after you had your dinner. You wouldn't do that, would you? So I don't think that should be happening till after WrestleMania. WrestleMania the earliest, and that's not even until May. We need someone for Gunther right this second. And back to Goldberg. Me, you, everybody else and their grandmothers know this is a one-time only matchup. You're not getting Gunther v Goldberg 2 and 3. That's not happening. We don't even want it to happen either. Let's be real. If we're gonna do that, I tell you what, I'll trade places with Jake Cargill. Just come kill me now and get it over and done with. So to pack it up, Gunther and Goldberg can only happen once. We can even squeeze another Damian Priest match out. In any case, neither of those matches are compelling, or we're waiting for John Cena for something serious to take place. So after that's done, after we force these two matches out, what we got left for the ring general? But I'll leave this with you guys. Maybe you guys will come out with something juicy. Maybe we'll get something juicy on Raw tonight, but who knows? Anyway, don't forget to like, remember to subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.